Okay, so this next topic, this is something that's dear to my heart because in the last 5 years, it's kind of something I've been working on. Is do you think there's a possibility for there ever to be like a true like platform where athletes can, speak their mind on their beliefs without the, backlash, the whole shut up and dribble type of situation? Like that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like right now, there's a lot of different people that say stuff and do things, but there's no like, platform. There's no Black Lives Matter for, athletes who want to speak their mind uninhibitedly without the threat of losing their jobs, no, everybody can't be Colin Kaepernick and get that Nike contract anyways. So some people can't say what they want to say publicly. We've seen sportscasters. What's the woman named Jaleel Hill? Is that her name? Didn't she like
Uh,
get fired or suspended for saying some stuff? Like, do you think it's possible for there to be some type of place where athletes can speak their mind without being reprimanded for it?
I mean, what not better time than now? I feel like platforms like the one you have and other platforms. People just have to make. I think it's all about a confidence thing. I mean, it's gonna be backlash regardless, bro. It's just the world we live in. It's social media age. It's so much easier to hit a backlash. It's been backlash forever, but now with the click of a button, you can hear it in seconds. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it all depends on what you care about. I mean, if you care that much about backlash and what people are going to say, then you probably shouldn't do it. You're doing it for the wrong thing. People are going to hate
Yeah.
regardless. So it's like, platforms, like I say, like your platform and things like that, people just have to have the confidence to say what they feel. Like like Colin Kaepernick, yeah, like you said, he was one of the fortunate ones that still got a deal out of it. But I mean, then you got guys like Kyrie who was speaking up for it, and people are calling him crazy, for caring, like you're rich and this, certain things like that. So I think you just got to have the confidence, and I feel like there are platforms. You know what I'm saying? People just have to literally say what you feel. It is what it
Yeah.
is. It's gonna be
Yeah.
what it's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the person. Like if I felt some type of way and I wanted to say something, I'm a guy who personally like money ain't, it is what it is. It's gonna come, it's gonna go, it's in abundance. So it's like whatever,
But are you into that cryptocurrency? Sorry to cut you off.
And I'm not into that. But my roommate, on the other hand, my guy,
Doji's
oh,
up.
crazy with the crypto right now. I'm like, my thing is this, bro. If y'all are telling everybody what y'all are doing, is that really how it's supposed to be? Like, is that what it is? Like, is that how are you profiting from telling everybody, if you haven't became rich yet off of it? So I don't get that, and neither do I care to get it, and I'm not gonna get involved.
Same exact way. I'm sorry that we got off topic, but
Yeah,
the doji is up. I see that everywhere. It's like, okay, all right, sure, okay. Getting back to the topic with like platforms, like me personally, I don't think I get enough credit. Not to be not humble, but I've done a lot of different projects where we're promoting the sport, but we're also trying to talk on real issues. We're talking about different things that go and rub some people the wrong way. I think one thing that I personally did was I stopped playing football. And when I stopped playing football, I knew that I was able to say what I want to. Like right now, I can say what I want to on this platform, and my employer is not going to say, oh, well, what you did on your time affects you because you play for my team.
right.
And that's the situation that a lot of people are kind of strapped in. And what I've been seeing recently is that, guys who have been around a while, and even going back to what you're talking about, like with the basketball players, yeah, there's some basketball players saying some crazy stuff, but those basketball players that are saying stuff that might be outlandish to people, the backlash don't affect them because they've already built their legacy. They already got their money stacked up. You got players like, what was my guy named? Carson Palmer. When he
Mm.
played for the Cincinnati Bengals, he wanted to get out of his contract. They didn't want to trade him. He retired from the sport. He retired to get out of his contract. And they're like, oh, well, you're not getting paid anymore. He's like, I got 30 million in the bank. I'm good. Like players like that can say whatever they want. Like he's like, he retired out of his contract and said, I'm fine. LeBron James makes almost $100 million a year. He can say what he wants, but then you got the guys who are not as high value. Even some of the women's basketball players who speak up, like only the
They get
top ones speak up. You have to like fake it till you make it. And that's kind of like everybody playing the system. And that's any type of job. You get a job, you're like, oh, I hate doing this part of the job. But in 3 or 4 years, I'm being able to say what I want. But
Yeah.
at some point, we got to say, I don't need to wait. You don't have to wait. If you want to say something, say what's on your mind. But then
Right.
there, with us being sports people, it's always that in the back of your mind. Well, if I say something that rubs some people the wrong way, that might cost me a contract in the future. That
Right.
might cost me a job.
Right.
And there's players who have told me, like, hey, I can't do the interview. Hey, I can't talk about this on the show because I have
Mm,
a future to protect. And I
mm.
respect those people. But also, I
Yeah.
want you guys who maybe don't have that same, pressure on you to say, hey, I'm going to try to make a change. There's guys out there right now who, they have built their career already. They're probably still in the prime of their career and they have opinions, but they don't want to say them because they're afraid that something might happen. Those
Yeah.
people say it anyways. Say it anyway. Like me, I was a no, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was a damn good player. I was gonna say I was not a good player. I was a damn good player when I was out there. I was
No,
juking and jiving.
no.
But football was always something I loved to do. And I did make a career out of it and I enjoyed that time. But I actually stopped playing because I felt like I was making so much more of an impact, helping other people tell their stories. I got into blogging and I was blogging. I'm writing on my computer on the train. I was actually in Helsinki. I was taking a train from Lahti to Helsinki and I'm
Mm,
writing and going over stories and setting up my blog. And then I'm putting my laptop down, going to practice, running a million routes, catching passes, getting back on the train, still sweating, getting back on the laptop, writing. And I was like, this is what I want to do. This is
yeah.
how I can help. I'm still in the community. 5 years later, I'm still doing this type of stuff. I'm doing
Okay.
videos, making graphics, doing interviews, hosting podcasts, and I'm still in the football space. But now I don't have to worry about, I got to go hit the gym. That's another thing. I don't want to work out, but I don't have to go hit the gym,
Mm,
learn the playbook, study the film, and then try to say something that's, PC. I can't say anything bad about the league I'm playing in or anybody on my team because, that's going to start something separately. I come out here and say whatever I want to. I've had
right.
people come to me and be like, hey, I want to say this, but I can't. I'm like, okay, I got you. I'll say it. And I will. I have no problem. And
Yeah.
if you follow me online, I say what's on my mind. I'm not overly strong on a lot of things. I'm just morally inclined to what I believe in. But I do
Right.
believe everybody needs to say their piece. And I
Yeah.
guess I'm kind of making a call to action for anybody who wants to, either come on the scoop or have a project that would help increase athletes' voice. One big issue here in Europe is there's no players association.
Ah, I get you. Yeah, like a
So a lot of contract situations are who knows how it's going to happen and what you're going to get and things like that. And that's something that I've been hearing about for at least 7 or 8 years about players like contract situations. And I won't go deep into it, but if we were to, somehow unify some type of platform and allow, athletes to be able to speak their mind, I think things like that would get remedied a lot faster than where they're at right now. Because we've all heard about situations where a guy has a contract, then he doesn't, or where a guy signs a contract but then don't show up.
mm.
And you can ask some guys in Finland. That has happened a couple of times recently, where guy says, "Okay, I'm coming to Finland," and then they just never get on the plane. So yeah, it
Ouch.
happens both ways. It's not just players getting screwed. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'll say it all and I'll leave it out there. Like it happens both ways.
Yeah.
There's people that are ruining it for imports, and there's also teams that are ruining it for other teams. So
Mm.
it's happening all out there. Yeah, I think a platform would be great. I think the platforms that we have are great, and we just need to raise them up. I'd like to see more. I like to see more players speaking. I mean, I'm all for, like the interviews and in-depth interviews, player backgrounds, and, promoting the sport. But I'd also like to hear from domestic players how they feel about, basically losing jobs to imports a lot of times and how their federations are doing for supporting their players. You got
Right.
some leagues where all the teams have 8 or 9 imports playing All the teams are also self-funded without sponsors, paying for all these imports to come and take their jobs, things like that.
Yeah,
So I'd like to hear about that as well, not just import issues, also domestic issues. I'm all about it. I think, like you
yeah.
said, we need to promote it with everybody. Love football and want to make a statement about your position? K Noah prides themselves in making a product that is top of the line. The Football Mary collection helps you express you and your team according to your passion and identity. Check out the K Noah Football Mary tees. All right, that's it for us today on the scoop. Keeping the locker room talk real as always. I want to thank our guest, Breon Allen, for taking the time to kick it with me today. I wish you luck in not just your sports career, but also anything else you pursue. Because we all know there's a lot more that happens in this game than what happens just in between the lines, man. So just want to let you know I appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate you for having me, man. Appreciate you for the great combo, man. Like I say, man, keep up with your platform, man. Like I said, it's been an honor to be on here, man, and I'm sure we'll be in touch again, my guy.
Yeah. Usually Jamal asks this, but I'll ask it. But do you have any, like outside projects going on? Do you do like art, make t-shirts or something? Got a little side hustle? You got anything else going on outside of ball, or you just all ball right now?
All balling, man, helping the kids whenever I can, man. That's all I do. I usually, if somebody else make a shirt, I wear their shirt, but I just help the kids play ball, man. That's all I do right now. So that's all I got going.
All right. Well, thanks for watching the show on YouTube or listening to it on your podcast outlet. Be sure to subscribe to Athletes Forum YouTube channel or American Football in Finland's podcast to catch the scoop each week in either video or audio format. You can also follow us on Twitter at The Scoop AF, on Instagram at Athletes Forum, or on Facebook at Athletes Forum. And also by following us on all channels, you'll have a chance to win teamwear swag provided by our sponsors at K Noah. It'll be down in the description below of the video and also in the episode description on the podcast channels. So that's it for us this week. Appreciate everybody for watching and listening, and we'll catch you next time.